Now, this vintage piece of office equipment is called a Gatherette collator. It's an expandable file holder. It can really expand out there quite a few feet. And I advertise these as record album holder organizers. Whether or not that's who the buyer is or what the buyer is going to use it for, I don't know. But I've bought and sold a couple of these in the past. This one went for $40. Well, this is a wind-up kitchen timer. I stumbled upon this at an estate sale, thought it was kind of cool. It's also magnetic, so it'll stick on your stove wherever you want to put it. Simple wind-up. And I got it for $2, and it sold after about 3 weeks for $20. This is the back battery cover for a Panasonic boombox. It was too far gone to repair, so things like these, the battery cover, are often lost and needed. Telescoping antennas are another thing I get off boomboxes that aren't worth fixing. And this part sold for $18. This is a little bit unusual RCA stereo setup. These three components, the amplifier, receiver head, and the two speakers, were actually in a console. I picked it up for free from an estate sale. I know the people, and they often call me when they can't sell a console stereo. And I didn't realize that these pieces were just kind of wedged into this RCA console. I guess I don't have a picture of the actual console. I'm using it under my TV set right now. But I had to replace the filter capacitor in the amplifier, but it works just fine now. And it's been up for sale since last year, I believe. And finally got someone to buy it for $225. And they wanted local pickup. They live in southeast Minnesota, and we're headed to Montana. And we made arrangements to meet at the truck stop, and they picked it up this morning. $225 for this RCA stereo system. Now, this is a vintage Simplex lava lamp. I picked this up a couple of years ago, and it's actually a combination of two different Simplex lamps. I did a lot of research. Apparently this part, the bottle and the color of the liquid, is a garden, let's see, it's a planter bottle and cap. And yeah, under the cap it says planter. And then the base is a starlight base because of the holes in it, perforated metal. So the light shines out through there. These are quite valuable. This one actually, I decided to take a best offer of $115, mostly because it's not a complete planter or starlight. It's a combination of the two, but it is nice and vintage. It does work. And then again, this sold for $115. Now, this is the last part off of a 1949 Motorola television, little round screen. This is the contrast knob or volume on-off switch. This is how it looked on the TV. I've sold the case and the chassis with the tube separate, and all the other knobs have sold so far as well. And I was able to get $25 for this knob. This is a wooden cat light switch cover. Found this at a garage sale for, I think it was just $1. Thought about using it myself, but it's a little too tall for my uses or places I can use it. So I put it up for sale for $25, and it sold right away. This is a Sony boombox that features cassette, CD player, and the radio. This was just a, I can't remember if this was a garage sale. I think this was an auction find. This came along with a bunch of other radios that I bought a couple weeks ago. And it's always a risk when you buy these without being able to test them first, in that the belt on the cassette player can often break due to age. But this one works just fine. I made a video for the listing, and it sold within a day for $50. This is a Pyrex beaker, chemistry beaker. Very old, very thin-walled. And this just was in a box lot, and I thought it might have some value, and in fact it did. 20 bucks. Took about 3 or 4 months to sell. Another blank 8-track tape sold. This one is an RCA branded one, and it's just a 40-minute tape, still sealed up, and this sold for $14. This is an aluminum Muro sugar and creamer set. The color that it's called is a suede tone. It looks gold to me, but I use suede tone in the description or in the title. Still new in the box, but it did take a long time to sell. Finally got the $20 I was asking. Another part off the Bun coffee maker that I purchased and ended up not working. I've sold a couple parts off it so far. This is obviously the brew basket, and this sold for $8. This is an owner's manual for a Craig 8-track deck for your stereo system. And I usually save these up from including them with the listing, because you can get good money for these. I sold this one for $18. This is the lens off of a closed circuit television camera. Came off of a Panasonic. I bought 3 cameras at an auction, and only one of the cameras worked. I've already sold one of the lenses off one of the non-working cameras, and now the second one, Cosmocar, off of a Panasonic camera, sold for 20 bucks. This is a lot of 12 Maxell cassette tapes. There are 9 open ones, but they're all still blank. I tested a couple of them. J cards are still blank, and they have the labels, so they must have been in some sort of bulk pack. 3 of them are still sealed up, and these are 100-minute tapes. You don't come across those too often. But the key here is that these are type 2, and those are the more desirable tapes. Maybe not the most. Metal tapes are the most desirable, I guess, or bring the most money. But these Maxell XL2s I bought for 25 cents each, and this lot of 12 sold for $50.